You've probably heard the term narcissist thrown around quite a bit these days, from celebrities to that coworker who just seems a bit too into themselves. But how much do you really know about narcissistic personality disorder? Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD for short, is more than just a buzzword. It's a genuine mental condition that can profoundly impact relationships and daily interactions. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of NPD, shedding light on its intricacies and nuances. Whether it's for understanding a loved one better, navigating the challenges of a personal relationship, or just quenching your curiosity, getting to grips with NPD is essential in today's interconnected world. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more content. Let's get into the video. Make sure to stay till the end of the video, as we will be giving you top tips on how to deal with narcissist. NPD, or narcissistic personality disorder, isn't just about someone who loves taking selfies or talks about themselves a lot. It's a genuine mental condition characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Those with NPD often have troubled relationships, as they can come off as self-absorbed, boastful, and pretentious. They may also have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, and vulnerability. The term narcissist is rooted in ancient mythology. The story goes that Narcissus, a young Greek hunter known for his astounding beauty, saw his reflection in a pool of water and fell deeply in love with it. So much so, he couldn't pull himself away, and eventually met a tragic end. This tale encapsulates the essence of the disorder, an all-consuming self-absorption that can lead to one's downfall. Now, before you start diagnosing every confident person you know with NPD, let's clear something up. There's a significant difference between having healthy self-esteem and being a narcissist. Self-esteem relates to valuing and respecting oneself, recognizing one's worth while staying grounded in reality. Narcissism, on the other hand, is an inflated view of oneself, often rooted in deep-seated insecurities. Think of it like this. Someone with high self-esteem says, "I'm worthy." A narcissist insists, "I'm better than everyone else, and everyone should recognize this fact." First up on the narcissist's highlight reel is grandiosity. This isn't just about thinking they're a little bit special. Oh no, a narcissist believes they're fundamentally better than everyone else, often without the accomplishments to back it up. They expect favorable treatment as if the world owes them. Ever met someone who gets furious when they don't get the VIP treatment they believe they're entitled to? You might be dealing with narcissistic grandiosity. Roll out the red carpet because a narcissist is in town. They crave admiration and attention like plants crave sunlight. Whether it's a barrage of selfies or tales of their unparalleled achievements, some of which might be, let's say, embellished, their primary aim is to remain the center of attention. It's often said that to understand someone, you should walk a mile in their shoes. But for those with NPD, these shoes might as well be made of cement. They often struggle to recognize or understand the feelings and needs of others, making genuine empathetic connections a challenge. Here's the paradoxical twist. Beneath the facade of superiority, many narcissists harbor a brittle self-esteem. They're like balloons inflated to their limit, impressive seemingly from the outside, but the slightest pinprick of criticism can cause massive deflation. This sensitivity means they often react poorly to feedback, becoming defensive, aggressive, or even seeking revenge. Relationships are meant to be a two-way street, but for narcissists, it's more like a one-way highway with them at the wheel. They often use and manipulate others to achieve their own ends. If you've ever felt like you're just an extra in someone else's movie, always giving but never receiving, you might be caught in the web of a narcissistic relationship. In sum, while we all might exhibit some of these behaviors occasionally, narcissists consistently display these traits, often to the detriment of the people around them. Recognizing these patterns can be the first step in understanding and navigating relationships with those who suffer from NPD. Let's start by diving into the world of overt and covert narcissism. Think of overt narcissists as the ones who loudly and proudly display their narcissism. They're the boastful self-promoters, the ones who demand to be the center of attention and who openly seek admiration. They're the look-at-me types who make their presence unmistakably known. On the flip side, covert narcissists are the wolves in sheep's clothing. They might come off as humble or even victimized, but underneath, they harbor the same grandiose fantasies. They're more passive-aggressive, often feeling resentful and envious as they believe they're not getting the recognition they secretly think they deserve. Instead of shouting from the rooftops, they'll sulk in the shadows. But don't be deceived. Their narcissism is just as profound. Next, let's untangle the web of somatic and cerebral narcissism. A somatic narcissist is obsessed with their body and appearance. They're the frequent gym-goers, always checking themselves out in the mirror and often changing partners as if they're accessories to show off. For them, their physique is a trophy, a testament to their superiority. Cerebral narcissists, however, derive their sense of superiority from their intellect. They see themselves as the smartest ones in the room and will remind you of it frequently. With a know-it-all attitude, they lord over others with their wit, often belittling those they see as intellectually inferior. In essence, while narcissism might seem monolithic at first glance, these subtypes remind us that it's a spectrum. The manifestation of these traits can vary widely, but understanding these nuances helps us navigate the complex maze of human interactions better. Imagine you're at a gathering, and amidst casual conversations, there's one individual who constantly turns the topic to themselves. Whether it's about their recent vacation, their accomplishments, or how they single-handedly managed a difficult task at work. No matter what others share, this individual always has a story that's just a bit better or more dramatic. Or consider another situation where a colleague, instead of celebrating your promotion, gives a backhanded compliment or goes on a tangent about the time they were promoted way ahead of everyone else. These are just a couple of glimpses into the world of narcissistic behavior, where the focus constantly shifts back to the narcissist, often at the expense of others. In analyzing these scenarios, you'll notice specific traits we discussed earlier: the need for admiration, a sense of entitlement, and a lack of genuine empathy. It's not just about being self-centered. It's about elevating oneself by diminishing others. However, before we jump to conclusions, it's essential to understand that narcissism is not a clear black or white. It's a spectrum. We all, at times, might exhibit a trait or two, especially in this age of social media and selfies. Maybe we've occasionally bragged or sought validation. But that doesn't immediately label someone as having narcissistic personality disorder. NPD is on the severe end of the narcissism spectrum. On the milder end, you have folks who might exhibit some narcissistic traits, but they don't necessarily have the disorder. It's like comparing a mild fever to a severe flu. Both involve elevated temperatures, but their impact and implications are vastly different. Recognizing this spectrum is crucial. It prevents us from hastily labeling everyone as a narcissist and helps us discern between occasional narcissistic tendencies and a more deep-seated chronic pattern of behavior. Finding yourself in the orbit of a narcissist can be both overwhelming and draining. But here are some strategies to help you navigate these turbulent waters. First up, communication. When speaking with a narcissist, aim for clarity and conciseness. Avoid getting drawn into arguments or the blame game. Remember, a narcissist tends to see things from their viewpoint, often to the exclusion of all others. While it might be tempting to try and win the conversation, sometimes it's more beneficial to keep the peace and save your energy. Next, and this is crucial, set boundaries. Narcissists often don't recognize or respect personal boundaries, which can lead to feelings of being overwhelmed or manipulated. Define what's acceptable for you and stick to it. For instance, if a narcissist is using you as their emotional dumping ground, it's okay to tell them you have limited time or suggest they speak to a professional. Boundaries are essential for your mental well-being. Lastly, always remember the importance of self-care and seeking support. Dealing with a narcissist can be emotionally taxing. Surround yourself with supportive friends or family who understand the situation. Consider joining a support group or seeking therapy to cope with the challenges. When you take care of your mental and emotional health, you're better equipped to handle interactions with a narcissist in a way that's healthy for both of you. Remember, you can't change a narcissist, but you can choose how you react and interact with them. Knowledge and self-awareness are your best allies. When we understand something, it's a little easier to deal with the complicated ways people act. So, learning about NPD is very helpful, whether you want to protect yourself, help a loved one, or just learn more about the world around you. If this video helped you learn something, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and share it with someone who could use it. Check out our other videos for more information about how people act and other related subjects. Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.